This, like what we just said right now, is like the content.
Perfect.
We can talk about the boyfriend shirt look, huh?
The financial literacy.
I wanted him to be a little nervous. It's like the one subject we haven't talked about is
You see the panic in my eyes when you said that?
yeah, that was the intention.
Hey, is this okay?
Yeah, let me check. All right, here we go.
It's because everything's easy from here. Darren with his scruff.
I know.
I like this scruff.
very-
I told him already.
Oh, I don't.
The under the lip thing is considerable, isn't it?
Oh, I get
Ew.
nervous.
Oh.
The hair under his lip.
Yeah, it reminds me of like the old days, like the Flavor Saver.
Yeah, you have a little flavor saver going on.
The roast of Tarun Shetty.
Look at how nice that Sunkrish's shaved thing looks.
Beard?
You had to have a Flavor Saver underneath.
What's a flavor saver?
This soul patch right
I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that in my life.
I can't even grow a beard. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I can't even grow this out.
I'll have like months where like I'll just get a hole will appear.
A
Where
patch?
Yeah.
A patch will just like it doesn't grow here anymore, and then it'll come back.
Oh.
Must be stress.
So, the reason is because I'm going to get headshots tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
So yeah.
You got to do both.
It's expensive, but I was like, let me just mix it up.
Photographs, still photos scare the shit out of me.
I hate it, dude.
I hate it. I'm so bad at it.
Yeah.
You're good at it.
At what?
Still photos.
You know what? It's one of these things that if you don't do anymore, you kind of forget. Like,
They have to bully me into getting it like every 10 years because I hate doing it.
yeah, I don't hate doing it. I do like it.
You're also like more modeling. So like I feel like you know how
You
to
should
work
like
the
it.
camera.
Also, you should like it.
But I
how to
don't
work
do
the
that
camera.
professionally so-
Anymore, right?
Anymore.
Yeah.
It's been like more than 10 years.
Let me
so-
start this episode real quick.
Oh, sorry.
Hey guys, welcome to the Convo Sutra. My name's Tarun Shetty, your host. Today we have an amazing guest, actor Sunkrish Bala, who is one of my favorites. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Sunkrish.
Thank you so much for having me, you
Yeah,
guys.
and we have a sponsor, Ritu.
This episode is sponsored by Anvita Sharma of Nrityanvita Kathak Academy.
Amrita Sharma has trained hundreds of students in SoCal for almost 2 decades and offers an incredible structured training program to help you learn Indian classical dance, rhythm, and the ancient art of storytelling at any age. The physical and mental benefits of practicing this dance have led her to call this art meditation in motion. Check out the links. Thank you for your sponsorship. Yeah, Sunkrish, man, welcome. One of my first friends in LA.
We have known each other since I think I was still in college when I met you.
Yeah.
And what is that now? 20, 21 years? 22 years?
And we don't have to go into age.
Sorry. Yeah. We've been around a while.
My mom came and we had this small dinner party.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know anybody. And you were like one of the 6 people that came.
I don't like how you qualified it with I didn't know anyone, so I called you.
I used to work at Showbiz India. Sunkrish, huge star, did all these sitcoms, still working a lot. And you were so funny and I had this rapport with you from the show. And I love being around you. I've always told you like you're like the Indian Tom Hanks. And when you're around, you just make everything better.
Oh, I'll take it, buddy. When you guys were in Showbiz India, you guys are the ones that legitimized me for my family because they didn't watch any of the stuff that I did. But when I was on Showbiz India, they were like, "Wow, you got to be on Showbiz India."
I've been on so many shows. That's crazy.
They didn't care.
But you're right about Sunkrish. Like, I feel like you're so appropriately named Sunkrish because, like, I remember when I used to go to IFLA and cover, Indian Film Festival of Los Angeles, and I used to cover the red carpet. It was my highlight to see you come on the red carpet because I was like, thank God somebody fun on the red carpet. And you always just like lit up the space. I feel like you do that wherever you go. So
No pressure,
well done
guys.
to whoever named you Sunkrish. Who did name you Sunkrish?
My parents decided to be really creative, and they took one half of one grandfather's name and one half of the others and stuck them together, which made it in America. I got a bunch of nicknames in elementary school, and then in India they're like, "What's that name?
Yeah.
We never heard of that."
Yeah.
What was like a nickname? Sunny? Or
My nickname growing up, I was a heavier kid, was Chunky.
right, that's rough.
Rough, real rough.
That's rough.
Really?
Real rough.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's brutal, actually.
Brutal.
How did you take that?
I think I leaned into it.
Yeah, because like it's really common like for Punjabi households to call you like a nickname.
A nickname,
like
yeah.
Motu. Like they call, like at
Straight
my,
up.
But that's a cute thing, right?
It's not cute anymore. But
Oh,
like,
they still call you that?
yeah, my Masi till this day, she like, I love you, Masi. But my Masi till this day will still be like, Motu, bye Motu, see you soon Motu.
But you know what? They say
Smile through
that.
it.
Like my mom calls me Motu still. She does.
What, like your finger?
No, like she would like, you know, when people are being affectionate, they grab your cheek, and then she was saying like my Motu, like,
Yeah.
But it's like a cute thing.
Yeah.
In school it was a much worse thing, but yeah.
What was your nickname in school?
So I moved around in schools a lot in countries, so they couldn't say my name or they didn't care. So my nickname was pretty consistent wherever I went, was usually like some version of Froggy or E.T.
Froggy.
How? Why? What?
Okay, so you just have to imagine the fact that my eyeballs were the same size, but my head was a lot smaller. So the disproportionate thing.
So several different kids in several different countries came up with the same.
A certain version of Froggy, Toad, or E.T.
And you keep hearing it. You're like, it must be true.
Yeah, it's pretty consistent.
Well, you had your revenge on them.
But my face just got bigger.
Whatever. That counts.
I'd still probably be hearing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I just remember interviewing Sunkrish. Like we were at some restaurant and he just like turned the interview upside down. You were like Chandigarh or something. You like made some reference. I was interviewing at a restaurant and I told my boss, I was like, dude, whenever I'm with that guy, I can't even like keep a serious interview, you know? I'm sorry. We haven't been able to keep in touch more. I feel like we run in different circles.
We run in different circles, but I feel like you've been, you've had career changes. You were writing
Yeah.
for a while. You paused stand up for a while. Now you're back doing stand up again.
Yeah. Well, I was always doing stand up. I just wasn't touring like I used to. I was just doing spots at the store. Then I stopped. I was like, I'm not making any money doing this on tour. I was losing money. So now I just do it for fun.
And we're neighbors now, I think.
Where do you live?
West Hollywood.
Oh, really?
How do I never see
Right
you.
there.
I do too.
And you guys are both South Indian too, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we don't have
Yeah.
meetings.
Why? You know what? You guys should.
Yeah?
I went to this book event yesterday, the Reading Rhythms party that I'm ambassador for. But ambassador. Some people are ambassadors for fashion brands. I'm like a reading book club ambassador. But anyways, I was talking to these guys and we were talking about the books they were reading, and we ended up talking about how like men don't have a community necessarily for connection where they actually like meet up and I don't know, discuss real stuff in life or whatever. So I don't think it's a bad idea if you guys were to be like, hey, like we have a Sunday boys club, like we meet up for like
Sunday's Boys
South
Club.
Indians only.
it could be South Indians only.
Actually, you know what, man?
Wait, a boy can't join your book club?
No. At this
See,
reading
this is the
party.
Sunkrish I know. The guy who like calls you out in real time.
No. At the reading party, the Reading Rhythms LA, it's all genders.
Okay.
I do actually run a book club where it is a LA women's book club. And I wanted to open up one of the portions because we do this book called The Artist Way. Have you guys heard of The Artist Way?
I've done that twice now.
Amazing.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
good.
See, and I want a guy to lead the Artist Way book club because we were going to open
This
it up
is-
to men.
Serendipity.
Kismet.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm super busy.
Well, I wanted to open
You don't
it
want
up
to
to
lead a
men.
book club for men, Sunkrish?
Well, no, I'd be the only man.
I know.
No, I'm telling you.
Oh,
there are-
for men.
Yes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
there
Giving
are
a
men that
suggestion
want to
for it,
do it.
yeah.
And like the thing is in our women's book club, there was a friend whose husband wanted to join, and then I was like, okay, we can make an exception. But the other women were not comfortable with that, which I totally understand because women's spaces sometimes need to be
Totally.
women's spaces. So why not have a men's space?
Yeah, why not, Tarun?
She's asked me to go to the book club. I was like, I don't want to waste my time.
Don't guys just,
I
don't guys just
rarely
play
leave.
like basketball in Southern California?
Yeah.
I feel like that's their version of, at least because there's always like good weather.
play
like,
basketball
Yeah, like that's
You
how
play
I've seen most of my
basketball? I
guy
used to.
friends kind of
You do?
connected.
when I was in high school. Not anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you play basketball?
I played basketball. Like, yeah, in high school. I didn't do it. Like, I don't go play pickup ball at the park.
Okay.
I feel like
I feel like you would.
I'm a good shot, but I mean, no. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I
Is
can't.
this tomboy attire? Because like You came
She's
from
wearing my
Last
shirt, by the
You
way.
know why I'm wearing this shirt.
She's wearing my shirt because she forgot to bring a change of clothes between the
Are
episodes.
you sure it wasn't
That's-
from last night?
No, that was a cover story. No, just kidding. Well, if you were here in the last episode, you would know that was that's definitely not the case. No, I just forgot.
It looks good on you.
Thank you.
Was the whole point so that people didn't know that you shoot multiple episodes on one day, and now everyone knows?
No,
that you
I
shoot
don't
multiple
care.
episodes on one day?
It's okay.
There's full transparency on this.
Okay.
I was actually more concerned when we were talking earlier about this. You're right, I did know, but I wanted to bring it up.
Stay genuine.
Yeah, speaking of being genuine, this is like my therapy day. I'm sorry that I called you a guidance counselor in the last episode.
Did you get feedback on that?
No, I'm just telling you
Oh,
out of my own goodwill because this should be a safe space. And I want to make sure that you know that you're always welcome to say whatever you want here. And I didn't want to tell you that on DM because I thought I should tell you in a public forum so people know I'm a nice guy as well in case there are girls
So
watching.
this is self-serving.
Yes.
This is
you,
damage
Sunkrish.
control.
But anyway, I just want to let you know that. So,
Well,
so
thank you.
Yeah, you can be your guidance counselor, but I will edit you down if you talk for more than 3 minutes.
But he does that with everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, you're welcome.
And that was really sweet of you to do it like on the platform. Because you could have DM'd me.
Yeah, I could, but that's
But we
not
know
my...
you don't like talking to me off of the show.
I don't know where you
off
got
of
that
the
from.
podcast, he does not talk to me.
First of all, I thought about that. I went to your birthday party for crying out loud. Then I went to like a podcasting thing with you. I've done so many things with you. Like you're another person who's like besmirched my name on this podcast. I've done so many things with you independently. So I don't know where this is coming from.
All right. I'm going to ask you to hang out after, like privately.
See, but I don't hang out with people like one-on-one in general. Like I really
Why?
don't. I'm just like an introvert like that, man. Like I just function better by myself. I feel like I've always have stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm like you.
You like
I'm
getting-
very much an introvert.
you roll with all these Indians back in the day.
Yeah, stop that.
Did you really?
Because no, not because they're Indian. Because I'm kind of by myself. Like,
And I could never
prefer
get
it.
involved in that scene. It's not me. Even though like I was part of like the Indian scene, but I wasn't part of the scene.
the Indian entertainment scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you roll by yourself? Like literally, there's a Christmas tree behind you. You throw a Christmas toy for Tots
That's
party,
for the tots.
but you do it with other people.
Sure. Yeah, I can get it together for a night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that.
It is easier to hang out with. I've noticed that I'm now gravitating towards, not on purpose, but my friendships are more people who know my other friends now because it's hard to get free time anyways. And on top of that, one-on-one, it's kind of really nice when you have some mutual friends together so you can catch up as a group too.
By the way, I was at the gym. Yeah, you came on the other day on TV. Like I was at the gym. Maybe that's why I messaged you because you were like a doc. No, you were like in a hospital or something. What show you on last?
Chicago Med.
I think that's what it was. Like, oh, it's Sunkrish. But I'm so used to seeing you on TV because you always pop up randomly. That's living in LA. You just see your friends on it's random
Yeah,
things.
the weirdest part of
Yeah.
LA is that you don't know if you've met that person somewhere or you've just seen them on
Yeah.
TV. So you don't know if you're saying hi to someone you have never met before.
They look familiar. Yeah. I actually saw Ayushi's face in the airport in LAX. She did
Oh, wow.
some commercial print ad where I'm not sure what it was. She was wearing like a blue shirt. I thought that was cool too. Yeah, you'd end up seeing people that you know, like either just like acquaintances, but it's kind of cool when you see them in different places.
It becomes normalized, which is weird to say. Like you just get used to seeing people, which is like the most crazy thing that you're on TV. Like the fact that you're even on television is, it's a miracle to people in living in Nebraska. Not the, you know what I'm saying?
We always bring up Nebraska.
I know. I don't know why.
Nebraska, we love you.
Well, it's cool that it's also getting more possible to live somewhere like Nebraska and do it because
Yeah.
with everyone having cameras and stuff at home and people taking submissions for things from everywhere, I think it is more possible now.
Yeah.
Or even just being like an influencer, right?
Sure.
Because like there is a lady that a lot of my friends follow for fashion, and so I started following her for a bit, and then I was like, oh, she was from like a really small town, and I was like, she's sitting there, and we're sitting in LA following her fashion tips.
Yeah.
Give a shout out. Who is it?
I don't remember. I stopped following. her.
When you find out where she was from, you're like, I'm out.
I don't want this small town vibes. Just kidding. Yeah.
No, I just don't follow a lot of fashion influencers for a very long time because then, we were talking about the algorithm, how like some people pop up in your stories.
Sure.
And I was like, I just want like every now and then, like this I got from like a advert that came on Instagram, right? But like, I don't want to follow that. Like, I don't want to see
My
their
ads
stuff.
on Instagram, like, it's really just letting me know that I'm an old man now. I get vitamins, gray hair cover, and like joint pain things. Like that's.
But are you looking at stuff?
Because I think it tracks like how long you pause when you're scrolling on the thing as well.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm pausing.
Yeah.
Dude, somebody will click on like these skank Indian chicks. No.
Wait, what?
Did you not hear me the first time?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Sometimes I'll click on these skank Indian chicks because I'm a guy. Now my whole I'm like, what is this on my phone? Like,
Is this who I am?
Dude, I look like I'm like some weirdo dude living in LA. Like, I have to not like click on any more girls. Anyways, that's my confession for the
What
audience.
qualifies as a skank Indian chick?
Ooh, good question.
Everything's so sexualized now.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad my
Now?
legal works.
What do you mean?
Well,
No,
here's the
now
thing. There's a lot of
especially.
accusations of that type of content around when it's not even up to that level. But yeah, what do you consider that?
I see these really young girls. How broken are you? Like, where are your parents?
You know what's interesting? I'm starting to see the men do it. Like these like chefs do this like hot chef content with like no shirt.
Oh yeah, when they
and they're
cook?
touching like the dough in a weird way, and
that what
it's
you're
very
into?
sensual. No, but I was just kind of like, I'm for equal rights and equal opportunity, and I'm. It's kind of funny to me to see these guys really like sexualizing themselves for
Guys will
views.
never come near what girls can do. Girls can get an
Oh,
OnlyFans.
I mean, when the guys do it well, like I think that there's not a lot of competition for it. There's a guy. Okay, I'll tell you what there's a guy who is very innocent. He's a jump rope guy, but he doesn't have a shirt on, so he looks like a Chippendale while he's jump roping, and that went so crazy because I think that we're used to women being able to do that, but it's interesting when it's a guy.
Actually, the prior guest that you had on, Rahul Rai.
Yeah.
Rahul Roy. I was thinking like an Indian celebrity, but okay. So when I saw him right now, I just was like, oh my God, that's so funny because I saw the content of this guy who molds things with clay, and it's he does it so sexy and like arousal with his hands, and it's all focused on like how he's like pushing and like putting his fingers into the clay. So Rahul did a spoof on that.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, and I was like dying, but it was really funny because this dude totally sexualized making clay pots. But I was wondering if like women, do they watch that and they're like, wow, look at the skill.
Like I've read comments on Rahul's. He's the guest that was here in the last episode.
So she's like, why am I here?
Oh no, I'm interested.
No, but it's interesting
talking about
because
the
we
last
talked
guest.
about
She's like,
skanks,
I'd like to
and I want to talk about
engage
male
with
You
skanks.
know how great Rahul is?
I will be following him at the end of this thing.
But it's like he's basically figured out like a way to have like sexual attention, and it's like that's what people watch.
Anything that works for you in the social media marketplace because it's so oversaturated. Not saying Rahul, but like I'm talking about girls in general. If they want to go down that lane, so be it. But eventually you're going to be a mom and you're going to look back at your content and be like, "Yay, look at me. This is me dancing on a Ferrari, like in a
But
bikini."
what if that's fine with their
Yeah.
Yeah.
worldview, right?
Yeah. Maybe you're
With
right.
who? With who?
Like, what if they don't regret it? Like, what if it's just fine? Like, it's in all how you look at it, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that means your home's your home's broken essentially. I
Why?
guess. I don't
Why
know.
does it mean that?
You're right. I mean, it's a matter of perspective.
It also depends what you're talking about because some person's inappropriate is another person's
That's right.
not inappropriate. Like I got a lot of heat for having a video of like 2 seconds in a bikini on a boat with like a lake behind me when I'm like about to jump into the water.
I saw that video.
Yeah, and you know all the reason why it got a lot of views, that's actually the thing that I got the most amount of views, is not because I'm just in a bikini, because it caused like a fight amongst people talking about what is inappropriate, what isn't, and this whole discussion of modesty and all that. And
Are these South Asian people?
A lot of it was from back home from India. And but it became this whole thing where people who are more progressive is like, okay, so do you want a girl to drown in jeans and a t-shirt when she's literally about to go into the water? Like where does this end?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, do you have that problem like with fans and people coming at you?
Oh yeah, I've gotten my share of angry tweets and stuff. I used to retweet them all because I thought they were funny. But
It sounds
You
like
used to
you.
retweet who?
like my hate tweets.
Okay.
What did they say?
My favorite one ever.
I can't believe people hate you, by the way. That's insane to me.
I think there's a lot of people that can't differentiate what you do on a show versus what you, like who you are as a actual human being. My favorite one was, it wasn't even addressed to my character name, but I was a character that people hated on a show. And they go, "Dear Sunkrish, row your boat gently off a cliff."
Oh,
It's just clever.
That's just
Yeah.
funny. But not really. But yeah. There's a lot of anyone who can type some things think they're really brave writing.
I know, but that's the
something.
contract you enter, right? Like if you put yourself out there, there are going to be people that talk shit. Like it's part of it.
But you know what though? If we are going to talk about male, female things, I'm not talking about girls who do content that's like along the lines of OnlyFans. There's so much hatred for like in the comments for girls where I don't see that for men. Do you know what I mean?
I think guys get their fair share of hate.
Do you
Yeah.
really think so?
I know a lot of famous comics who really aren't my friends anymore, but I saw how people turn on them when they hit a certain point. Like people love, then they get so famous, they're like this backlash starts to turn on them. And
Isn't there there's a thing about that. People like to build you up so that they can take you down, right? That's
I don't know. Is that
there's-
a real thing?
It's the logical next step. If someone is adored for a long enough time, they're going to find a reason to.
I feel like there's this inherent jealousy or something that we don't know, like unconsciously, that just comes out. But I've seen it happen repeatedly. Where
But
peop-
with comedians, it's
I
different.
think the thing is,
Like
is that
Dane Cook.
what you're
Dane
talking
Cook?
about.
Yeah, it's not
Hassan,
the same subject.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Oh, sure. It's
think
happening to
what
some
you're-
right now.
Yeah.
I think what you're talking about is like talent. And so there might be some sort of envy or jealousy when it comes to talent. So when men present like funny humor or whatever, like people will maybe tear them down. I think what she's talking about is literally don't even open your mouth as a female, post a photo, maybe in a bikini or maybe in a skank outfit, as you might call it, Tarun.
Yeah.
And like you'll get some sort of
Wait. Can we just clarify some things here? I never called Naomi a skank. Let's be
I
clear.
said,
Wait, what?
I didn't even say her. I said in a skank outfit.
I never even said that much.
You think I'm a skink?
You're wearing my shirt, by the way. No.
It's to cover up the skanky clothes underneath.
Oh yes,
She's always dressed conservative. In fact,
I'm always dressed conservative.
yeah.
Oh my God. I was not even talking about her. I was saying when women
But you used her
wear-
name.
No, I didn't.
No, she didn't
I did
actually.
not actually.
The fact that you just you
you.
added.
This is-
no,
you're
I didn't
projecting.
know that.
Did I not
you.
hear that?
You're really projecting.
Yeah, you're
Maybe I
super
am.
projecting because I did not say her name. All I said was if you post a photo of yourself in a swimsuit or in any kind of skanky clothes with, and I said according to you what might look skanky, but without even opening your mouth, then yes, like people will comment on a female, and mostly it'll be either men, like you said, from like other countries that are like, oh, you're dressed inappropriately, or it might even be women taking other women down. But if a guy were posting like, you know, like the jeans are down a little bit, he's got his like Calvin Klein underwear or like whatever Tom Ford's showing.
They'll have like a
And, like,
drooling emoji.
Yeah, and girls will be dying over that, you know, because it's like, this is hot. And like, we'll definitely be sharing with each other, like, happy Monday, enjoy your week.
But Ritu, you know what it is? It's like, you know, clothes can be polarizing, I guess. I'm talking about content where girls are giving each other advice. Those comments get really hateful. Like, you're going to end up like a crazy cat lady. Oh, you're, you know, all this.
Naomi, I think you're too sensitive, and here's why. Because
I didn't say I got that because I don't put that type of content out.
Well,
but I've seen it.
I think negative comments are great. Like this podcast gets trashed on TikTok, and I love it.
Welcome, Sunkrish,
I love
to getting trashed.
Can't wait.
That means we're reaching outside our purview, and there are other people discovering us.
Yeah.
If there's 1% who hate us, there's going to be 10% that's like, hey, these guys are great. And that's why we're growing, because you have to be able to put yourself out there. Like Sunkrish said, if you're not in the public forum, like what are you doing in this business? Like you have to be able to, take the good and the bad. What do you think, Sunkrish?
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't mean you need to put up with nonsense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's got to be a certain amount of a thick skin that needs to develop. What kind of hate comments do you get on TikTok?
Yeah. And to be fair, Tarun, like to get a little serious, like social media does disproportionately mentally affect little girls. They actually did like this correlation of the rise of social media, especially Instagram, and the rise of suicide amongst girls. And it's almost like the same type of slope, the same relationship. There are girls who are getting, young girls, nobody knows what someone's age is sometimes. There are young girls getting this type of hate.
Well, also stuff that no one would say in person. Yeah, it's like hiding behind a...
But you can argue that the same amount of effect that the negative comments make, the same stuff happens by comparison for all the positive stuff of exaggerating your life.
But the positive stuff's not good either. Like living and dying by any of this is dangerous.
Absolutely. I agree with you. So
Have you had to do that, like for yourself, like just as you're like over your journey?
I stopped looking. I don't look.
No, but like over your journey of being an actor, right? And like getting feedback from people. Sometimes people might be like, dude, you did amazing on that show. Even your close inner circle. People will say like, you did amazing on that show. Or some people will be like, I don't know, maybe they don't even give you the negative feedback.
Oh, you can always tell when like you're in something that people didn't enjoy. They're like, what? They're like, look for things that are like, the wardrobe was incredible on your, like, you can tell.
Do Indians support you, like your colleagues? Are they genuinely happy for you?
Like other people in entertainment?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, he was asking South Asians because
South Asians, yeah, other South Asians.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think that, especially in LA, I mean, most of the guys that I came up with, and granted, there's a lot of people that are younger now that have come in, and we don't like those guys. But no, everyone that I've come up with over the last like 10, 20 years have been like incredibly supportive, and we're all like, even if there's like a role or something that one of us is probably more right for, we'll get on the phone and be like, you got to call your agents about this thing if you haven't heard about it yet. We're all really good to each other.
Good.
That's
really good. Awesome. So there's more like collaboration, not competition.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope. At least that's what it looks like from the outside.
That's been your experience.
That's what my experience is, yeah.
But you also radiate this positive energy, so I can't imagine anybody.
Like, I feel like people would want to help you just from...
Most of us are like that. Don't you?
I see the fear in your eyes now.
Not like I'm like thinking back to some interactions.
There's a difference between wanting to be like that, and there's a difference between experiencing that from other people. And I think I think people who have a lot of support are like lucky too. And
yeah,
it's nice.
Yeah.
I don't like talking about my stuff because I feel like, I don't know, maybe comedians are different out here.
Are comedians not as thrilled? Like if you get something that they feel like they should have gotten, they're a little...
I feel like comedians are happy for you up until, as long as you're not more successful than them, you know? Like, I mean,
why did he get to Montreal?
No. I don't even expect it, but like, they don't pull you in or anything, and you're like, okay, you know what? It's fine. It is what it is. I don't want to drop names, but
I noticed when I was hanging out with comics,
yeah,
it did surprise me how much of a hierarchy there is in your community. Like that guy can make jokes at you, but you can't make jokes back because he's higher on the totem pole. I didn't know that. You would think that of any group, comedians would be the most
chill.
They're not.
Have you noticed that?
I don't like hanging out with comedians. I do not. My best friends are comedians, but...
And I hate hanging out with them.
I don't like hanging out with them. I don't hang out with them one-on-one outside of comedy clubs. I don't.
Huh.
Just...
You hang out with Richard.
Richard is an exception.
He came to the reading party last night.
You should date Richard.
Just saying. Oh, I'm not dating you, so there. No.
Nobody's dating me. Date Sunkrish.
Maybe I will after this show.
Hey, if you hang out with her after.
If I have to go to a reading party, I'm out. I'm not going to a reading party.
What happens at a reading party? You just take turns reading out loud or talk about the thing that you read?
No, so...
Did you bring my book?
I took it the last time.
So you stopped reading my book?
No,
you wrote a book?
It's right behind you.
Right behind
The
you.
Promise.
I'm super busy.
It's okay. No,
It's about his mom.
Oh, lovely. All right, I'm gonna need.
And it's actually a really great quick read.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And so I did take it last time. I will tell you, I didn't intentionally take it again this time because there is a portion where you meet people based on the book that you're reading, right? So like you walk around with it and like you introduce yourself and then you talk about the book. So when I started talking to one,
like speed dating? This seems like a singles event.
I know.
No, so you have 30 minutes of like you get together and it's silent reading. So we play like this beautiful piano music and set the mood. And
What's the mood?
This is so
that you're saying?
romantic.
The mood is focused on reading.
Okay.
So like book lovers come to this like and they like get 30 minutes of reading in community, and then we have another block of like maybe 15-20 minutes where you meet a new person in the room and the icebreaker is your book. Right? So after that, you have that icebreaker, then you go back into another 30-minute block of reading. And then the last icebreaker we have is like we break up the room by different topics. And then whoever feels like their book fits that topic, you go in that, and then you guys all connect.
And that's when you pass around the keys and you decide who goes with who. And...
This sounds like a lot of effort to pretend you're not at a mixer.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but
This is
Are
like
they all
a dating
single?
thing, for sure. 100%.
Or a dating thing.
No, this is the way I look at it. It's a great way to meet people and connect and hang out in community, but to have conversation over meaningful topics.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, that is subtext.
Well-read mixer.
Well, at least you know the common underlying, hobby that you guys might share is reading. So when I took your book last time, the topic was a little heavier to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
So as I'm like, here's the book, and the person I met, the lady was like, oh, what are you reading? And I'm like, oh, well, actually it's a book my friend wrote, and it's about his mom going through cancer and like their journey together through it and so forth. And it was just kind of like depressing for her. So I mean, it was depressing.
She's like, I have cancer. Or you're like, yes.
Well, no, actually, it was slightly depressing, but at the same time, it did open up the window because then she did talk about a friend of hers who had lost all of her hair as well and was going through chemo and a different kind of cancer, and that she had recovered and so forth. And then I had to share that, like, well, this story doesn't end that way, but
You ruined Tarun's.
You ruined the ending of the book.
I mean, I think we all know.
You ruined her game.
You all know, but like a person buying the book or reading the book would not know.
This sounds like a Shyamalan movie or something. It's like a twist at the end.
I don't know.
It wasn't easy to.
I think you were trying to give a warning because,
Well, let me just say thank you for bringing my book. I appreciate that. However people interpret it, I do appreciate you bringing the book to the book club.
Yeah, no, it was great. And I'm still reading it. It's just yesterday I needed to catch up on my Artist Way reading. So I was reading the chapter the week that I needed to catch up on.
What is this Artist Way thing?
It's great. I recommend
is
it for anyone who's pursuing anything creative or who wants to just open up their brain a little bit, open up their life and their heart a little bit. It just takes, it's a 12-week course, essentially, that this woman's, Julia Cameron, wrote. And it takes you week by week and sort of step by step opens the left side of your brain by doing simple exercises, simple thought exercises, journaling. And it works like a charm.
Yeah. And a lot of, therapists and different people in inner healing work, use actually a lot of the stuff that she covers in her book in the prompts, because it is a lot about exploration of the self. And within that, you end up cracking open some creativity as well.
One of the things it makes you do is take yourself and no one else out on what she calls an artist date to do or experience or see something creative once a week. What was the last thing you did?
I went to the farmer's market.
Look at his face.
I know, you're like...
That's, yeah.
Well, listen. Okay, here's the thing.
I bought an $8 latte at the farmer's market.
I actually did buy an $8 latte. But here's the thing. So remember I asked you if you wanted to see Waiting for Godot?
Yes.
And you were like, haha, no.
Why don't you want to see that? Asif's in it.
Oh, your boy, Asif.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to see it, because Asif was in it.
I don't like hanging out.
Okay, so
You know, like it's sitting quietly and not talking, and other people are performing in front of you.
Yeah.
You ask people to do that for you
No, I don't.
when you go do stand up.
Dude, I cannot watch stand-up comedy.
I don't think he
I
likes
can't watch
people
myself.
he knows there.
You don't have to go say hi backstage or anything. Just like
He's
go
not
watch a
even in
play.
this chair. He's not even hanging out with us
I
right
don't
now.
even promote my own shows. I'm like, dude, go read a. Go to
I'm
the artist
also
website.
bad at promoting. I get it, but like
No,
you know, it's-
Asif is great, by the
Yeah.
way. He's fabulous, unbelievable. But I just don't want the experience of having to go find parking, got to sit through something. Then I go,
It was
oh, hey, how are
super
you?
easy. Oh my God.
They have their own parking
It's
lot.
like literally like, okay, so Richard went with me and we only spoke for maybe 40 minutes before the show and like 15 after.
It was limited.
I love how you counted it. We only spoke 8,000 characters.
I reached my limit.
No, because we were going to meet up for a coffee before and then we ended up going to another spot and had like a beverage, but other people were there. So we talked to the bartender, we talked to the other people going to the show. Then we went to the show. We maybe exchanged 10 words at the show waiting for it to come on.
See, this is a lot for me already.
And then afterwards we went and Insomnia Cookies was there. So then we got ice cream and cookies and then we went home.
That was a date.
That was like a journal
That was
entry.
a date.
It was people hanging.
Richard, congrats.
It was not a date. It was people that wanted
You
to
guys
see
got
the
coffee.
same thing.
You guys saw a movie. Then you
that
got
was
ice
3
cream.
dates.
That was 3 dates in one.
Oh my God. Now
She does
Richard's
have a
never
far-
going to hang out with me again.
She does have a far drive though, so I think she does have to, probably make the most out of like hanging out when you do
Yeah, I
like
got
long
to get
distances.
5 dates in one date.
Yeah.
We are on date 5 by the end of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it went well.
No, we were not on a date. But what I'm saying is,
Actually, she would be a great girlfriend for a comedian because your laugh is so infectious and so felt that you would be such a good listener to
unless I was his
comedian.
content.
No, well, you can have
You
control
gotta
over
set
that.
rules.
Yeah. But no, but here's the thing. But because he ended up going with me to the play, that didn't end up being my artist date. Otherwise, I would have gone to that play as my artist date. But-
He ruined it.
Yeah, but then, no, he didn't ruin it. But here's the thing. So you guys live in cool neighborhoods,
Yeah.
right? So you have access to cool farmers markets. I don't. So I wanted to be like, what is it like to be cute and go to a farmer's market?
Which one did you
I've
go
never
to?
gone to a farmer's
Well,
market.
actually, so it just happened to be I went to Pilates and I go to Pilates in Long Beach and there was a farmer's market right across the street. So then I just went there.
And it was cool. Did you get the experience you were looking for?
I mean, I got to stroll and have time to myself and drink an $8 latte. Yeah, and I learned a lot. I felt like I was in India at a sabji mandi. I was like, okay, is this what it
Aloo.
feels like? Yeah.
Aloo,
Bangan,
gobi.
aloo. Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm glad you've come this far, Ritu. You've come a long way in your artist journey.
I was starting to wonder in a long way in what.
It's hard to do these things. I can't imagine having dinner by myself. I feel like I wouldn't be confident enough to do that kind of thing.
Oh, go to a restaurant?
Go to a restaurant in public?
Yeah, but I want to do
like
these
traveling for
solo dates or something. I want to do that.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I don't have the
You
courage.
never been
yet.
to a museum alone?
Museum is different. I think the being in a situation where people expect you to have company is something else. I think people expect you, not lunch, I can do lunches by myself, but having dinner, proper dinner by myself, I've never done.
I was traveling in Scotland and there was this restaurant I really wanted to go to, Michelin star restaurant, and I found it walking around. I didn't have reservations and I knocked on their door because it's this private, big, magnanimous, whatever restaurant, and you ring a doorbell and then they open the door. So I rang the doorbell, the lady opened it and I said, I'd like to have dinner. And she was like, do you have reservations? I was like, no. Is it just one?
Were you guys talking like
I
this?
hate the is it just one?
Yeah,
That's how you guys were doing it?
sounds like Haunted
Yeah, 'cause
Mansion.
it's
We got to finish the story in the next podcast. But I want to thank Sunkrish for coming by.
Thanks for having me, you
Yeah,
guys.
I think you're so talented, and I've always told you you're so funny.
I appreciate it. I had a
Love hanging
blast.
out with you.
Thanks.
I
love
wish we were
everything.
better friends.
Hey, we're neighbors, man.
Do you want to plug anything while
Thank
you're here?
you. No, I got some stuff coming up next year. Avatar coming next year. The cartoon.
That's a huge deal. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm excited. We've been doing it for like 6 months now. I'm very excited.
That's great.
nice.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, thanks for coming by, and thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, join our Patreon, sponsor an episode, and we will see you guys next time. Take care.
Well, I'll still tell you the story.